Okay. Not bad. Not bad. Not bad. Okay. Yo, Relef set. My man, is my room clean now? Before I start this video, I want to thank you guys for coming in for the last two videos, especially the last video before the one I made, which is I'm done with Sony. Do not buy a PlayStation 5 Pro. I really appreciate every one of y'all dropping in the comments. I know there was some negative. I know there was some positive. Well, more positive than negative comments because some of y'all gave me some insight and some valid points on some things that why the PS5 Pro should be at $700. You had some really good reasons, so I appreciate it. Nonetheless, it means a lot. I got over 500 views on this video, and I'm like, wow, I didn't expect this. So thank you so much. And really, I really appreciate all of you guys who have watched all my videos, regardless. I really do. So I thank each and every one of you. I really do. Also, guys, I have a Twitch channel, twitch.tv/ Fontinova Plays. I stream a lot over there. I haven't been streaming for over a month, but tomorrow I'll make my return over there. We're going to be playing Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection. So we're going to be playing a lot of maybe Marvel vs. Capcom, Marvel vs. Capcom 2, X-Men vs. Street Fighter, all that good stuff. So check me out there. I'll be there live at 2 p.m. Eastern. Twitch.tv/ Fontinova Plays. I have over 1.8 thousand followers there. I know it's crazy that I have more followers than here on YouTube, that I have only 105. But I really appreciate you nonetheless, and show me the love over there. And we could chat, talk about Sony. We could talk about other stuff. I'm open to talk about other things, except for politics and religion. Stay away from that, okay? Let's not talk about that because I don't like talking about that kind of stuff. So check me out there, twitch.tv/ Fontinova Plays. Now, let's get on to the video. I wasn't going to buy the PlayStation 6 regardless. What I mean by that, real simple. Before they announced the PlayStation 5 Pro, the reveal and the price, I came to the realization that I wasn't going to buy a PlayStation 6 regardless at all, because Sony has not shown anything for me as a consumer to continue supporting Sony anyways. Look, there's no secret. Sony closed a lot of studios, right? No, most notably that we know, one of the biggest studios that's known for years, for decades now, Japan Studios. That brought games like Wild Arms, Ark the Lad, Dark Cloud, Ape Escape, Parappa the Rapper. Games like Ico, The Last Guardian, Shadow of the Colossus, and many other games that I can count. There's other Japan Studio games. Oh, Gravity Rush as well. Gravity Rush 1 and 2, but I have not played those. I always wanted to, but I never had the chance to play it. And they are pretty expensive. I've seen prices, and it's like goes by like hundreds, almost 200 or so. Correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah, Japan Studios brought a lot of bangers, right? But it's no secret that Sony closed that studio, right? And Sony, for the most part, has lacked in this generation has lacked of first party exclusives. There's no Uncharted, right? We had like an Uncharted uh collection, but like a new Uncharted game for the PS5, we haven't seen that at all. Let's see. No Jack and Daxter. What else? No other IPs that came out for like the previous generations, like PS1, no Legend of Dragoon, no Sly Cooper. I believe there's no Sly Cooper on PS5. There's a lot of missing games, a lot of missing IPs that are not on PS5. So we got God of War, we got Last of Us, we got Horizon. Those are, I'm not saying they're bad games. They're good games. Absolutely. I'm not gonna knock them because they have quality and they put in the work. But Sony just latch on those titles because without those titles, they're nothing, right? What's even worse is Sony, right? You know the whole Sony and Microsoft deal with the acquisition of Blizzard and Activision, where they got like $70 billion. I know it's 69 billion. Nice, but but yes, they got that acquisition, and Sony were like trying their best to not let that happen, not lose Call of Duty from their platform. And Microsoft were willing to give the olive branch to PlayStation to actually have Call of Duty on their console, but they were like refused because they didn't want that. They want actually Call of Duty to be on PlayStation for years and years and years and years to come. Because it was like I know it was like a 10 year, a 5 or 10 year deal for Call of Duty to be on PlayStation, but I guess they refused. I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong again in the comments below, please. I appreciate you guys correcting me. I may be wrong with a couple of things, but correct me in the comments. I appreciate nonetheless. So with that, PlayStation were dependent with Call of Duty because without Call of Duty, PlayStation won't be nothing. So that's why you see these live service games. You see that PlayStation purchased Bungie for like about a number. I think like I want to say 800 million or 700 million. I think they purchased Bungie. They purchased other studios. They scrapped Japan studios. They for a game that they were working for 8 years that cost them $250 million and flopped hard not too long ago. The name of the game is Concord. If you guys don't know, they flopped hard. They they went out bad with that, and that's not good for Sony. That is extremely not good for Sony, and it's gonna hurt them on the long run financially. So the reason why I'm not getting the PlayStation 6 is because Sony has not shown, for me at least, anything to say, oh, I want to get a PlayStation 6, in the future. Because here's the thing. Here's the other thing. All right, before PS5 Pro was announced, I got tired of paying for PlayStation Plus because honestly, I think it's a ripoff to pay for something that you could actually do that for free on PC, like on Steam. Microsoft and Nintendo are also guilty as well with this. So, I gonna get the Nintendo Switch too. You know what I'm saying? I really do. But at the same time, I'm like, I'm gonna wait and see for the price. If the price is right for me, yes. If not, then if not, then yeah, I'm gonna have to skip it. I'm not gonna buy the Nintendo Switch too. No way. If it's $500, if you see my last video, I mentioned about the Nintendo Switch 2 that I wanted for 400. But if you want to check out more of the video, uh, I have the card up here, so you can check out the previous video. But anyway, so yes, regardless, I wasn't going to buy the PlayStation 6, even if the announcement of the PS5 Pro was gonna happen. They announced the price and the reveal of the console and the price and etc. So uh yeah, I like I said, I'm done with Sony. I really am, and I am not buying the PlayStation 6 at all because now what would see here's the thing, and thank you guys in the comments about mentioning about the next generation PlayStation, which is the PS6. People said in the comments, I'll even screenshot it. I'll put it below. They say, imagine how much would the next generation PlayStation will cost, and if it's more than what it costs, then that's an absolute fail on Sony's part, big time. So I'm afraid, I'm feared about this because how much of the PS6 is going to cost? $800, $900, hell, $1,000. See, at that point, just get a pre built PC or get yourself, if you want to build a PC and just want to go 1100, you want to max out to 1100, $1,200. If that fits with your budget, go right ahead, do what you have to do. But I think that's the best thing for gamers to do because You're getting more bang for your buck when it comes to like basically if you want to game, if you want to edit videos, edit Photoshop or GIMP, if you want to edit videos on like if you want to edit videos with Adobe Premiere Pro or DaVinci Resolve or Sony Vegas or stuff like that, you could do that. You could browse it on the internet. You could do so many things. You could go to Chat GPT. There's so much to offer on PC, right? Not to mention, like I mentioned before, prices on websites like CD Keys and Humble Bundle. There's like you buy a brand new game for $70, you could get it for 50% off pre-order pre-order. Which is nuts. I've done it before when I bought Devil May Cry 5. The game was out for $60 and I paid 42.99. I think for the deluxe edition. I think was it? No, it was a base. So I bought it for like $40, which is crazy stuff, right? So yeah, I can't continue supporting this generation. I'm gonna have the PS5. I'm gonna stick with the PS5, and I'm not gonna go forward with that. I'm not gonna give any more. I'm not gonna give hundreds and hundreds of dollars to Sony no more. I'm not gonna do it. It's just too much. I'm gonna have to bite the bullet and just keep paying for PlayStation Plus essential, but I'm not gonna like go the extra or the premium tier. That's too much money. I don't have the money to shell out just to play Game Pass version of PlayStation. I'm just not. I'm not gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna save my money and just go play games on PC and just play what I have on PS Plus. Hell, I'm not even gonna buy any more games. Period. Like the only game that I'm going to play to the only game that I'm going to buy that I really am anticipated for is Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater. That's about it. That's it. That's all. That's all I'm gonna get. Really, I don't want God of War, God of War Ragnarok, or I want to play Astrobot, but $70 right now. I don't know if it's 60 or 70. Correct me if I'm wrong again. But if it's 70, that's asking way too much for my budget. If it was $30, then yeah, I will buy it for $30, or I'll wait for a sale. I'm just not gonna buy a game at that price. It just doesn't fit my budget. 25, $30, then that's more reasonable for me. So yeah. So guys, I'm not getting the PlayStation 6. I'm not gonna bother. Regardless, I wasn't going to the next generation regardless of the price. But adding the 700 price point on the PS5 Pro, it just added the cherry on the ice cream sundae. It added the cherry. That's it. That's the to me the death nail. But before adding the cherry, the whipped cream and all the sprinkles and all that, still that don't mean that I wasn't going to buy the PS6 regardless. So that's it, guys. Um, Let me know in the comments below. Appreciate each and every one of y'all. Y'all stay safe. Um, and yeah, this is Sony. It was a best time. I had great times. I started with the PS1 and I'm on the PS5 now. But after that, I think it's enough for me. You know what I'm saying? Not to mention the PS6 is going to be digital. So and for physical, and I found out also for physical owners that want to play the PS5 Pro, and I didn't mention this, the disc drive is sold out everywhere. And if you want to buy a new disc drive, uh, well, get prepared and start paying about hundreds and hundreds of dollars just to get one. So, and on eBay, secondhand markets, eBay, Macari, Facebook Marketplace, OfferUp. So, yeah, man. Yeah, that's it, y'all. If you guys want to buy the PS5 Pro, I'm not gonna stop y'all. You do what you gotta do. I know it's for the enthusiast, but I could be an enthusiast, but I have my rights, and I have to draw the line. I have to draw the line because 400 is to me is the max. So all right, y'all. Thanks again, deuces. Thanks for all your support. We'll be back again. Stay tuned. Check out. We're gonna be filming part 3. Terry, a Hungry Wolf. Check that out, guys. I would appreciate you guys. I'm gonna edit as much as I can with part 3 and on because the last video was 2 minutes. The last video was 2 hours and 51 minutes, and I'm not trying to make that video long. Any of the foreseeable future Terry a Hungry Wolf videos. So please check those out. I would appreciate that because I put in a lot of work on those videos. And thanks again, guys. Has been Fonty Nova. Stay safe. Deuces. Have a good one.